Hi. Thank you for attending today's reading. Let's begin. Luck 106 comments share save hide report 99% upvoted. End of story. Next story. That time I swallowed a piece of string 6 comments share save hide report 97% upvoted. End of story. Next story. Little story about my goddamn username 5 comments share save hide report 90% upvoted. End of story. Next story. I got expelled from school. 6 comments share save hide report 99% upvoted. End of story. Next story. I went into an abandoned factory and saw things. Hello. I'm a 15-year-old male and I'm on a phone, so format isn't gonna be the best, I'm sorry. I was bored and wanted to get food at my local Dunkin's, which was a 33-minute walk from my house. More like 25 'cause I walk fast. They were open but only drive-through cause of COVID, so I waited for the McDonald's to open, but in the meantime I had entered a passageway leading into an abandoned factory. Or so I thought. I took pictures outside and inside and they'll be provided. I had sent one to my friend cause she wanted to see, but she asked, "Who's that?" I didn't see anyone on the inside, so I said, "There's nobody," and she followed up with saying it's like a horror movie. She was right. The lights were on but no one was working and the stuff was worn down and not working. Trust me, I tried. I explored upstairs where I found a locker room consisting of stuff belonging to what I think was the workers. It was dirty and all left behind as if in a rush to leave the area. I didn't think of it and moved to the attic, which I had explored, and almost fell through the thin floor. I decided to go into the roof, but I got scared and went back 'cause I didn't want to get caught since it was by a main road. I ventured downstairs where I found nothing but darkness and rust. I found a door leading to a basement. Stupid me going into it had found a tunnel which lead to a dead end with a ladder leading into a floorboard. I decided to walk back, but I saw a tall, skinny shadow-like figure. I hallucinate a lot, so I thought nothing of it, but then I started getting a feeling I wasn't safe. And called my friend and told her about it and ran to the exit which I came from. I tore my shirt leaving the property, but I was safe. I wondered who that was, but I took my mind off it by buying 2 gas browns and a Dasani water from McDonald's 'cause I was hungry, and me and my friend made jokes about her relationship and ours 'cause we had previously been together. I got home and sent a video. Will also be provided, which had a scary figure and sirens which reminded her of the hunched figure I hadn't seen. I am terrified. What was it and what would have happened if I was there for longer? Would I have been taken from where I stood and killed? I don't know, but I'm scared and want answers. End of story. Next story. My bad breakup. Betrayal of a lifetime. Alright. This is a wild ride, so buckle up. Me and my ex broke up about 2 years ago. He was mentally and verbally abusive. He raped me multiple times. And treated me like a mother, and every time I tried to leave he'd threaten me with suicide, so I was stuck. I did what I had to do to get him to break up with me so he couldn't threaten me and I could cut him off. What this story is about, though, is the complete betrayal of my best friend. I had known her for a good 3 years. I met her at work and we were attached to the hip. She had a daughter while she was still a teen, and the baby daddy was an abusive, lazy piece of crap. I helped her on her feet by staying with me for 3 months, taking her to eat and bought things for her and her child. Babysat for free and literally treated her like my sister. Helped her get approved for an apartment, and I cleaned for her when it got to be too much, and I even gave her money so she could get something for herself every once in a while, since all her Money went to her baby. The main story was when I had a plan to leave my ex. It was going to simple. Wait till the day our lease went up. Have my parents grab all my things since stuff was going to be packed anyways. And break it to him. That's not what happened. My friend sent screenshots of what I had done. I was going to confess a few hours before they got there so he could break up with me and I could leave, without any threatening. I was confronted a week before I was supposed to go. Yes, he broke up with me, but I was stuck there, being screamed at and threatened with suicide and watching things happen. It was scary and awful. Even after she did that, I tried to forgive her because I could only think she was trying to do the right thing by snitching since she was friends with him. Fine. Well, during this week her baby daddy got abusive and had to leave her home due to him threatening her life. I let go of my anger and let her stay with us. My ex was never like how he was with me to how he was with others, so I wasn't afraid for her. Well, I found out while I was at work that they had kissed and possibly fucked. I was nothing short of livid. This girl who I helped and called my best friend put me through hell so she could fuck with my ex. That's why she snitched. That's why she destroyed my plan. She knew I was trying to leave. I had nowhere else to go till my parents got there. I was with that man where he could still force himself on me and guilt me into doing things so she could fuck him. I kicked her out of the apartment and, being petty AF, I took all her clothes and smeared them in my cat's shit, broke her makeup, and threw out everything else she left there. I blocked her on anything, and the last time I saw her, she was just silent, refusing to make eye contact. She didn't say a word to me. Not a sorry. Nothing. There wasn't even a look of remorse. That shit hurt because I cared for her so much. But I obviously meant nothing to her. She did it all to get close to my ex and be there to comfort him when it all went down. She planned it all. I didn't recognize her from when we first met anymore. Was any of it real? I guess we'll never know. End of story. Next story. Be careful what you wish for. Before starting this off, this is a real. This all happened to. Is currently happening to me. I am, however, interested in the idea of turning this into something similar, fiction. Like a Twilight Zone episode. Because that is exactly what this could be. So, me, born in 1991, started working as a firefighter when I became 20 years old. In 2011, I was a big lad, measuring at 1m93 cm and weighing at 85 kilograms. I was pretty fucking fit. In my spare time I enjoyed competitive kickboxing. Not that I was any good, but I enjoyed it. A few trophies. And a few times where I got my ass handed to me. It was fun. But I gave it up to be able to go through firefighting training. I had also just bought a house. A small one, yes. But not much space needed for yourself, right? Things looked good. During the exams at some point, I fractured a part of my ankle and it needed to go into a cast, but no way in hell was I going to try again next year, so I showed up after and managed to the rest of the test. Be it lucky it was outdoor training that did not involve actual fire, crawling or actual water, etc. I was still proud for pushing trough. Skip forward a few years, this was the life. It was. It had a feeling of being in at the Scouts. This might go lost in translation. Some of us even ran the 10 miles in Belgium in full gear. I did it once. And finished it. But never felt the need to repeat it. It was brutal. Anyway, it was cool. We all knew what was happening with each other. A big group of friends. Hardly any traumatic events during disasters. The only downside of it all. No beards allowed. For safety reasons. The mask would not have a safe fit. Beards were not allowed at the station. A clean shave was required upon starting shift. Often did I wish to know if I would be able to grow a beard. In 2017 I get to know the love of my life. In 2018 we sell my house and buy a big OLL house and have 2 amazing dogs together. December 2019 my shoulder feels a bit wonky. So I decide to get it checked out. Doctor forwards me to a surgeon. Surgeon tells me it's a quick fix. Usually 3 to 4 weeks downtime. You being a firefighter. Let's say 6. The plan was to put in a few bolts and screws in and that's that. After the surgery the pain was intense. But, according to the surgeon, normal. 2 weeks in I told him the pain was intense. And that a 3-week recovery seemed short for anyone. He brushed it off as me not being tough enough. 4 weeks in the pain just increased. I was not able to take off the brace. At the appointment I told him about it. He doesn't lift his head from begin the computer. Corona being a great excuse here. And tells me I am just not moving it enough and what I am feeling is cramps. He gives me more downtime from work and some painkillers. 8 weeks in. I am going to kinetic therapy. Some dude or machine who moves your arm for you to help with muscle restoration etc. I need to take painkillers before doing this. It's too much if I don't. 9 weeks in. Another checkup. I tell him about this. He looks up, that is weird. And it was all going so well? Quote. I was furious. I storm out and never look back. I look for another specialist. Have to wait months to see one. They scan my shoulder, and it is DESTTOYED. The bolts have come unfast during some point. Moving the shoulder made them destroy cartilage and even nerves. From that point on it was clear. This was not going to be an easy journey to repair. We are now 2021. 4 attempts in. They took a tendon from my knee. A piece of bone from my hip. Big fucking chunk. And a part of chest muscle and installed that all in the shoulder. I'll never be a firefighter again. Insurance is not willing to cover a lawyer to sue the doctor and lawyers are telling us that out of pocket we would be bankrupt long before seeing a cent. At least now I can grow a fucking beard. End. If people want they can share of Crosspost this story. Wherever might be helpful. Someone advised me to start a GoFundMe to help us out. But just sharing this story would do a lot. Thanks. End of story. That is all for today. If you want to support my automated channel, feel free to drop a like and subscribe. See you tomorrow.